Everybody, as Chris Berman, Alex Smith, Booger McFarland, we saw, I don't want to say a clinic, but you said it to me, Booger, give me a little credit somewhere along the line. I said, start watching that defense this October. You said sometimes the game goes kind of the way you thought it might.
You know, Boom, when we tried to break this game down, we thought about how was this game going to play out. We knew Seattle was the more talented team. We knew Seattle had the better defense. We just wondered, could Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels...
You don't even have to overwhelm you with scheme a lot of times. It's like line up in cover two, and we'll beat you, almost like your days in Tampa, right? Like, I think that is a signature of an elite defense, and they have that.
They can come at you in a multitude of ways. They have a four-man rush that can get after you. And then when the master defensive mind, Mike Macdonald, because he's been brilliant defensively, it's one thing to collect the talent. It's another thing to put the talent in position to make plays. And schematically, when they make those calls to bring Witherspoon off the slot, it's an outstanding call off the short side of the field. Josh McDaniel had no answer for that. So you talk about the talent, also talk about the job that Mike Macdonald did, putting them in position to make plays.
No doubt. And again, I think it was evident all night. You almost, the fact, oh, here we go. Let's go.
Congratulations, baby. Congrats. Absolutely, without a doubt.
The man. What's up, bro?
Jackson Smith and Jigba, long time no see. Congratulations, champion. How you feeling? Wait a minute, we'll get a mic on you. It's all. You got a shirt. Look what you get by coming to the Super Bowl and playing with this team, huh? And hold on, you're all set. You're, I mean, like the first Niner game, 3 for 19. This time, it looked like they concentrated on you, but other guys stepped up. I mean, it's whatever it takes, isn't it, with this team, offense and defense especially.
Whatever it takes, you know, that's something that we've been preaching, something that I believe in. And you saw a complete team today. You know, I feel like we're the best team in the world, and we wanted to show that. And I'm a small part of this thing. Whatever they need from me, I'm going to, you know, do my best. But we got guys all over the field. K9, special. Charbonnet, those guys up front, amazing job. Sam Darnold, super happy for him. And best defense in the world, special teams. You know, it takes all of us, and, you know, we're in this thing together.
When you watch your defense play like they did tonight, like they have the whole second half of the year, I mean, in almost every game, what are you thinking? Thank God I don't have to play against them?
Thank God. Thank God I have a great defense, honestly. I mean, defense wins championships, and those guys are elite from the D-line all the way to the secondary. And, you know, we definitely sharpen our tools with them, getting prepared for the season, and, you know, that's what you've seen tonight.
Well, listen, hold on. We got a guy that you might know.
There he is.
Sam Darnold.
Guy. MVP.
Congratulations.
Congrats, brother. Yeah,
we're going to get a mic on Sam. We're going to get quarterback to quarterback. And you know what? You know what, Sam, as you get set and take a seat, because, my goodness, you've deserved it. First quarterback ever to play all playoffs clean. No turnover. Clean. You're clean. And then what was it about? It was different. They took him away. But it was the game for Mr. Walker for you.
No doubt. I think it's just kind of been how it's been all year, to be honest. Like, especially towards the back half of the season, I feel like, you know, whenever we would get in the slump or they would take something away on offense, that's when our run game would get going. And our offensive line just continuing to build their chemistry together every single day. That was something that really stuck out to me. And then this guy, man, I mean, coming in every single day, no matter what the circumstances, no matter if they're double covering him, clouding over the top of him, or just, you know, trying to take him away. He was always so patient throughout the season, and, you know, that's a real leader, and it's just special. It's a special group of guys, special locker room, and I think that's how ultimately we got it done.
Dude, Sam, I just want to I'm trying to put this in perspective myself for you, right? Like, again, I feel like I have so much empathy. And you've heard it a bunch leading up to the Super Bowl, again, right? Like your journey, the top pick, traded, benched. You were at the Super Bowl as a backup 2 years ago. All you've done is win 31 games, right? Obviously, Minnesota, we know what happened there. To actually be here sitting in this chair, you're wearing the shirt, you got the hat on, you just looked at yourself in the Lombardi, man. Like, what is going on? What's going on right now? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm not usually a crier or an emotional person.
Go for it.
No, I'm not going to cry right now, Boom. But man, like, just to be able to share a moment just now, like 5 minutes ago with my parents and Katie, my fiance, like, my parents, they believed in me. They believed in me from when I was a child playing this game. I would make mistakes. I would make mistakes off the field too. They know it. And, you know, they would teach me lessons and all these things throughout life. And they just believed in me, you know, throughout my entire career. And I credit them to why I'm still here, why I'm still chasing this dream, because they always believed in me, and it allowed me to believe in myself.
Just from a self-confidence standpoint, Sam, your journey, you go to Minnesota, you play well. I know you wanted to stay there. It didn't work out there. Then you come out here, and now you're a Super Bowl champion. To go from that to now, just personally, how does it feel?
I mean, shoot, dude, winning the Super Bowl is pretty special. You know, it doesn't get any better than that in sports, in my opinion. And but it's not because of me. It's because of the guys. Yeah. You know, it's just because of the locker room and the coaches. You know, it's just like the perfect blend of people that are in that building every single day, from the top down. Yeah. You know, from Jody all the way down. So it's just a special group, and I can't say that enough.
You know, we hear this all the time, and I was up there with you guys, not just because I like salmon, but I wanted to see how good this team was all the way around, as you know. What is it? There are very few teams that speak like our offense and our defense and our special teams. We're all one. That's nice to say sometimes. It's hard really to do, and you guys played the game. What is it, and you can both answer this one, what did you feel right away? Hey, you just got here in the summer, or the spring. What did you guys feel, and how together is it? Can you put it into words? Because I've heard it from October on.
Man, it's just something special. I think what we did off the field, you know, it was something I've never been a part of, and something you can just see united us. And, you know, we preach 12 as one. We want to go out there and, you know, play for each other. And we really believe that. And, you know, it's just awesome to go out there and do it, you know, every single Sunday. And, you know, I could see it from the jump, honestly. And, you know, it's just a blessing to go out here with Sam, and the way he's came in and led his troops is something that, you know, I'll never forget.
What did you see right away in this, Sam?
Yeah, I think, like you said, Boom, it's a lot of it can be coach talk, you know. You guys know, like, you always try every single offseason, okay, you know, we're building a team. It's going to be, you know, three groups, you know, special teams, defense, offense. We got to play as one. We got to play complementary football, yada, yada. We've heard it all. But I think the leaders that we have at every position group is really special. Like, we have guys that, you know, we have the leaders and the older veterans that we're pushing that message every single day. And I think, you know, guys like Jax, Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, Devin Witherspoon, Kobe Bryant, Ernest Jones on defense. And then, you know, we got a ton of guys on offense. You know, Cooper Kupp, Charles Cross, all those guys, you know, it's special.
Can we see a Super Bowl smile? Go ahead. Congratulations.
No doubt who is champions, fellas. No doubt.
Thank you.
Jax, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, brother. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You know that.
Big time.
Well,
absolutely, no doubt.
That's offense. Of course, we have the MVP, Kenneth Walker, that we talk on. Coach McDowell. Let's see. Wait a minute. We got some guys that have made some tackles coming up. Ernest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
What's up, man? Congratulations, man.
Hey, congratulate. No, we're going to go through it. You know that. Curtis Jones, number 13, middle. Well, and the 12s were here helping you a little bit.
Oh, man, they were loud.
But congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
11 tackles.
Mm-hmm. Who had 11?
You, bro.
Somebody.
Come on, baby.
Somebody.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
That sounds great.
Good defense. And you had a shutout for a long time. I understand that's not what you're planning to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
What could you see in their eyes third quarter? Give them credit. They put some points up late, but could you see there was just frustration, like, that's not going to work. That's not going to. What did you see?
You started getting a sense of that, you know, once we kept getting after Drake. But, man, those front four, they were rushing their butts off today. Man, they took care of business on their own.
They did.
They made problems for Drake. And, man, you could tell all throughout the week, we've been asking ourselves, what can they possibly do to beat us? And today, they didn't give us too much.
Well, Booger, So Boog played on the Tampa Bay defense. It was pretty darn good.
What's it like to be on a defense that dominant? Because you were known for standing at the podium and say, Sam, that's my quarterback. Regardless of what happened, that's my quarterback. What did you see in Sam, and what did you guys on defense see that say, you know what, regardless of what happens on that side of the ball, we got it?
Seeing a guy that comes into work, man, he's there before a lot of guys. And I knew he cared. Man, at the end of the day, I've been around a lot of guys that don't care.
Yeah.
Sam cares about football more than anybody. So it was easy for me to step out there because I knew he had my back. I knew as I was stepping on that sword for him, he had my back. And this defense, the first day of OTAs, we broke up in groups and we said, hey, if we're not the best defense in the league when this year is over with, this is a failure. And we're here, and I believe we are.
No doubt about it.
You guys left, no doubt. When I know you said that. Okay, it starts in OTAs, but you guys lose your opener. You're 3-2 after 5 games. Like, when in this season did it click? Not just for this defense, but this team. When did you really say, like, man, I think we got a chance to go the distance?
We've been feeling this way. Even when we lost, guys were like, we were in shock because we were like, boy, how? Well, of course, we went back to it, went back to the drawing board. And I'd say, honestly, once we had that situation in that Rams game, when we defended each other the way we did, that told us all we need to know about this team. Let's go win it all right now. We didn't lose a game since that day. So
game of the year.
Yeah.
Man.
As we got into this film and everybody was breaking it down, we said the weak link of the Patriots team was the left side of the offensive line. Particularly, we can get after them. As you guys are watching the tape, and now that the game is over, we can talk a little game plan. What was the game plan going against this team? How are we going to get after this quarterback?
I think for us, it was the biggest thing I think we talked about all week is you can't get scared of Drake's legs. We can't go to sending extra guys, having people rat all over the place just for him. Those front 4 guys, for us to be successful, y'all got to go rush. Go do what you do, and those guys came out there today and did just that.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Almost every first down you guys play, 1st and 10s, cover 2, right? And yet you guys still stuff the run.
Yeah.
Right. You guys are light in the box, and as the middle linebacker, what kind of mindset do you have in there on 1st and 10 that you're still going to stop the run even though you're short?
That's my game, man.
Yeah.
That running, you don't run the ball on me, and you don't run the ball on none of these guys. So my mindset is, man, you make it unbearable for you to run the ball.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Offense sells tickets.
Defense wins championship.
Because I forgot. I just
Dominated
wanted to remind America that you won one of these with the Rams, but this is the one. You're the green helmet. You're the middle of the suffocating defense.
Yes, sir, I love it.
So do we blame you?
I'll take the blame. I'll take it.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Pleasure.
Hey, congrats.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Heck of a job, man. I
appreciate
love
it.
how y'all play that defense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ernest Jones the fourth, the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, other than the 2 Ram games, while he's sitting here, let's just go backwards. 13 in the Super Bowl, right? Rams. San Francisco, 6-3. Carolina, 10. This is the points you're giving up. Indy, 16. Atlanta, 9. Minnesota, shutout.
I said it's
for the
pretty
2
good.
Rams game, that's
pretty
the
good.
end of the season. Cup, it's still a 6-0 gain. It's 7 yards. Getting toward the red zone. We must say that the Patriots, for 2-3 quarters, Seattle got close to the red zone, but their defense stood very tall. Looking for Smith and Chigba. Again, it's Gonzalez.
Another great play here by Christian Gonzalez. Ball left a little inside. I'm sure Sam wants that one back, but great defense.
But Jason Myers, boy, they're kickers and punters. I mean, Dixon had a great game punting. Myers perfect with field goals. That's 41 yards, 9-0 at the half. Not quite Pittsburgh 2, Minnesota 0 at the half in a game in the 70s that I remember, but close.
Bonds, Bonilla, Van Slyke all hit 3-run homers, man.
There you go. Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Chigba. Would he start to open up first drive, 3rd quarter, 16 yards? Sam, swing, Walker. He's hardly walking. He's rolling. 20 yards, first down, Seahawks. 4th and 9, so it's a 41-yard field goal. Kicking, all these were off the paint, but it didn't matter. Myers, good again. Myers, rum. Good. 12-0. It's a good mixer. Now, Darnold, the shadow of his goalpost, the swing to Smith and Chigba. He's in pain on the sideline. Would have to be evaluated for concussion. But he would return. Under 4 minutes left, 3rd quarter. The defense still pitching a shutout. 3rd and 4, Patriots own 33. Deshaun Ute, it's incomplete. 3 straight 3-and-out Seattle defense.
And Drake May seemed a little bit off all night long, Boone.
Well, we know why. Now, May, knocked out by Derek Hall. Byron Murphy, the second. Again, names you don't really know until tonight.
It speaks to their depth, Boone. 6 sacks on the night. The sack calls fumble, the trifecta there, and Drake May. The frustration of a loss is starting to set in.
And so, first turnover in New England. McDonald thrilled. Early fourth, same drive. Now, would it be time for a touchdown to essentially put it away? The barn burner. You talked about him this morning, Alex.
I thought there was so much attention on JSN. Great job. A.J. Barner never comes off the field. He's a phenomenal blocker in the run game. Sets up this play-action pass, and a great ball by Sam.
19-0 Seahawks. This is what they do. They're like a python. Their grip gets better and better and more dangerous. But give New England credit. May, running for his life, but making plays, gets 6 yards with his legs. Stephon Diggs shoved down by Joby. They begin to jaw. Hello, how you doing? What are you doing after the game?
Frustration, Boone. That's all that is. Frustration.
You know, hardly any flags. Neither received a penalty on this. At least it was not a flag fest. May, later drive. You know who was a big receiver? Mac Hollins. He could have played barefoot. He decided to put on cleats, and after catching a deep ball, he caught another one for a touchdown. 35 yards, 19-7, maybe a ball game. Under 10 minutes to go. 3rd and 6 on 21. May, looking for a gap. Picks up 16 yards. Patriots rolling. Mike, you might want to see this. You're going to enjoy it. 2nd and 3, Patriots. May looking for Kyle Williams, but might as well face it. You're addicted to Love. Julian Love with the pick, and he'll take it back to the 38. May struggling under pressure. Who wouldn't? Seahawks get the ball back in Patriots territory. 4th and 4 from the 8. You know, well, here's the play again, Bob.
I thought that was a big force by Drake May. He had just made a big run with his legs. He forced one down the middle.
Jason Myers, good. Again, perfect. Complementary football. We said it before, the kickers, the punters. Oh, by the way, the defense, and now the offense doing it. Myers, Super Bowl record, 5 field goals, 22-7. And now, there's the defense. Look at this. Coach Mike McDonald is here. You tell us what happened.
Spoon making a play. Chin in the right spot. Touchdown Seahawks.
They had no answer for Witherspoon blitzing all night long.
How's that look?
That's pretty awesome.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
29-7, a defensive score. Yeah, we know it's just a matter of time. Whatever the final score will be, the Patriots were game. Drake May's going to Stephon Diggs with a hard hit to the Patriots in the red zone. And then Ramondre Stevenson, a touchdown, which,
That's a
I
better
don't know, it looked like
Wish we would have matched that a little better.
they didn't look.
I was wondering what happened on that one.
They didn't look. I thought it might have hit the ground, but it didn't, I guess.
It didn't matter.
They went for 2. They didn't get it. Onside kick.
George Halani. How about George Halani? Shout out. Great play.
2:20 left. Seattle would punt, but still, this is going to end it. Keep him in bounds. Henderson tackled. We didn't know what color the Gatorade would be. I bet on green, but then again, it was kind of green, kind of, yellow, green. Coach Brable, Coach McDonald, Super Bowl champs, the confetti. Respect by both. Big Leonard. You know, you look at the stat sheet, he had 1 tackle. What was wrong with him? Nothing.
Nothing. Guy's an absolute animal. The big cat.
Took on 3 guys. How's that, huh?
Unbelievable. That's what it's all right there. Pretty cool.
Coach Mike McDonald, 2nd year with the Seahawks. 1st year Super Bowl champ as head coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
Listen, you said the defense played your best game of the year in the San Francisco in the playoffs. This was right there, wasn't it?
It was right there. I mean, it's the way our team just decide, like when they set their mind to something and then they stick together and make it come to life.
it's just unbelievable, you know. And like, I'm not surprised. It's just who they are. But it's a special group. And man, I'm happy for them. They get to live as champions the rest of their life. Pretty cool.
Would you describe your defense at all levels? And then I'm going to bring in some guys that know a little more football than me, that's for sure. It's just suffocating. And how do you coach suffocation? I mean, that sounds like a goofy question, but that's kind of what you guys do.
Well, it's about being connected. And when we talk about, like, it's 12 as one, everybody working together, they're unrelenting. And they do it every day. And our coaches do a great job of feeding that mentality, but our players really decided that that's how they want to play football. And they committed to it. And I'm really happy for them that it showed up today because they deserve it.
Mike, I think the hardest thing to do as a new coach is to create a culture. But you've done it, and done it at the highest level in Seattle. How did you do it?
Well, it wasn't just me. That's probably the first thing. I think when you get in my job, you realize very quickly you don't know all the answers. So you find those who do, and my job is to make it come to life and make it come together, and just stay steadfast, you know, towards the vision, what we wanted to create. I mean, John Schneider, unbelievable support. Yeah. Leslie Frazier, incredible. Mike Gervais, Stephen Hauschka were awesome. Jody's been fantastic the whole process. When we were in the fog last year, just guiding us through that whole thing. Our players, our staff, I mean, guys like Mo Kelly, Eric Kennedy, I mean, all those people that just kept the train on the tracks as we were going through all that stuff. Yeah. And then just kept everybody aligned and kept the faith. And that's how we did it. It's pretty awesome.
This is an amazing run, right? Like, again, it's your second year as a head coach, right? People are assistants forever. They all have dreams of being here and wearing this unbelievable jacket and holding up the Lombardi, right? But you did this. You built this. You created that culture. What was that moment like with your team as you finally got them in there in the locker room? Like, to share that, right? Like, that group that started it together and got to the mountaintop, right? You achieved this thing, and you'll have that forever together.
Yeah, that's a shared memory we're going to have the rest of our lives. You know, I think it was powerful, too. Just said an awesome team prayer. You know, you just felt the spirit of our team, and gave the trophy to Sam, broke it down, and now they're celebrating. So it's going to be a fun night.
Yep.
Listen, I want you to look at something, Mike, and everybody out there, look at this too, all right? Youngest coaches to win a Super Bowl, all right? I'm telling, well, some guy in your division, some guy who coached for 19 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then some guy who said after you beat the Rams 38-37, look, I'm just a second-year coach. I'm still trying to figure it out.
That's true.
You figured something out.
Yeah, we did it. We figured it out. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. This is bad TV. I got nothing to say.
I'm just super happy. About your quarterback.
Yeah.
What did you guys see this offseason, right?
Yeah.
And I think even through the rest of the year, right? Like, the resiliency, I've been amazed by it. I've talked about it, everything that he's been through, the courage that he plays with, right? I think the mindset that he has, and it was on display through the playoffs, the shootout in the NFC Championship game. I thought he was in total command tonight throughout this game, right? Like, and again, obviously the same thing for him, right, to go achieve this. But from your perspective?
Yeah, the whole offseason, I mean, we knew Sam, the talent. We knew Sam, the person, the teammate, the leader. I didn't know Sam, the, like, unrelenting, steadfast player on what he did day in, day out to, like, build our team, build our offense, which was incredible. And then I'll tell you what, just like to feel kind of his, like, aura, energy over the last probably month. I mean, it's just a cool cucumber, man, just absolute stone cold, and just like the confidence you could feel he believed, and it was really just a matter of going to execute. So I'm really happy for him.
I'm gonna jump in the weeds in your wheelhouse here, talking defense. One of the keys of a great defense, you got to be able to stop the run.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you got to do it with a light box.
Yep.
You guys did it a lot tonight.
And in nickel.
On early downs, in nickel, in a light box. What gave you confidence that you guys could do that against this New England team?
What our guys have done all year. You know, I mean, kind of upset we went to base in that backed up first down. It would have been cool to have been in sub the whole game, but when you talk about 12 as one, you have to kind of kick the guy's butt in front of you and then some. And that's how you can play shell defense, and we have the guys that do it. So it makes my job way easy, make the right adjustments, and they play the right way. They play violent, they play physical, they play together. Hard to move the ball in that type of unit.
Is that a challenge for your defense that you guys can stay in nickel, that Nick can stay in their box, your rookie
for sure.
stud, right? Like,
well, they knew that was our vision of what we wanted to create, and they made it come to life. It wasn't easy, But they take a lot of pride in it, like guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, they love that. He just knows that we're in shell, and then he does the rest.
A lot of your wins, and this will end with this, were like this: 3-0, 6-0, or 7-0, 10-0, and it's a game. But the other offense is going, I don't want to say nowhere, but I don't know. New England had maybe 150 yards through 3 quarters. If they had that much, I'm not sure. And then there's the score that made this one 19-0, and it's never over. I get it. But what is it about? What's the talk on the sideline like? Okay, we haven't put it away yet, but let's just tighten. A lot of your wins were just like this one this year.
Yeah, we've come a long way in that area over the last 2 years, but we talk about stacking plays. And circumstances don't affect how we should play. And that's the guys bought in on how they want to play, and that's what the conversation is one, we want to attack the football, but also just, hey, let's keep stacking one play at a time, our style of football, and trust that the results are going to be something that we like.
Well, the dark side defense did turn the lights out, and as you take a look at this, Mike. All right, wait a minute. You'll see this picture a few times. Hold on. Where is it? I was promised. Where are you I lied. You're holding the Lombardi Trophy.
That's pretty cool, right there.
There we go.
Was it heavy? Was it like a feather? What did it feel like?
It's a little lighter than I thought, frankly. But the cool part was in the locker room, you could see all the fingerprints on it in the locker room, and that's pretty awesome. Just shows you all the guys had an opportunity to get it and pass it around. It was freaking so cool.
Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, brother. More than you know.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Listen. Chris Allen, Hall of Fame. John Riggins, Hall of Fame. Franco Harris, Hall of Fame. Larry Zonka, Hall of Fame. Evan Kaplan gave us the graphic. You gave us the performance. Congratulations.
I appreciate you so much.
Did you know it would be your number called this much?
Nah. We got so many weapons, so I thought we was gonna spread the ball around, but I just want to make the best impact on my team, whichever way I can.
Well, there were a couple times that we had to give you a whoop. There were a couple of moves that maybe some folks you knew you had, but all of a sudden there was a little bit of daylight and you had them on their heels.
Yeah.
When you get that chance to give that little wiggle, do you find them like going, oh, I didn't know you had that? I mean, what did you feel from them?
Yeah, definitely. When I get a one-on-one, I definitely don't want to be tackled. So I try to make a move and, get north and really try to get in that end zone.
You were north, though. You were going north.
Yeah, I thought it was a dominant performance. I thought you were the best player. Booger and I were talking about it all night offensively. But you're a Super Bowl champ. You're Super Bowl MVP, right? Like, this is something that every kid dreams about that wants to play football. What are you feeling right now, man? What's on your heart?
It's just a surreal moment, You go through a lot of adversity in life and in football. So, this year we had a lot of ups and downs, but, as a team, we stuck together and, that brotherhood, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those guys.
You've shared carries throughout the season with Charbonnet. Tonight, or into the postseason, we knew it was going to be your turn, especially tonight. Does the mindset change when you know you're the guy in the backfield and it's going to be your night?
Not really, it's unfortunate for what happened to Zach, but my mindset is always how it's been. I just want to make a positive impact and, run the ball hard or catch the ball. However I can make an impact on this team, I want to make an impact.
Man, it was so good. When you get onto the edge like you do so well, this ability to bounce the ball, right, setting it, we saw it time and time again. You've done it so well all year, but again, it showed up especially early. That mindset of getting to the edge, here it is again, right, we're going to get outside. Where does it come from, man? Is it something that's always been innate for you?
Yeah, growing up, I'm always with my pops, so my pops always talked about if everybody going this way, go the opposite way. So I still take that into account. I knew I could set those guys up a certain way. So, watching film helped that a lot too. So studying helped that a lot.
We understand that outside the tackles, again, I don't know who keeps track of this stuff, but the last 20 Super Bowls, you had the most yards rushing outside the tackles. Coach McDonald said in January, quietly, we got to get him in space more. You're in outer space. Was that part of the game plan? There were a couple of you were lined up even a little wider than you are in most of your regular games.
Yeah, definitely. Clint talked about it as well, like when we go on over the plays or what we're going to do this week and, talked about me getting in space and it really helped a lot, Clint being able to see what type of player I am and getting me in space and getting the ball in my hands.
And you can see the smile on your lineman's face when they open up a hole like that. They like doing that, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Talk a little bit about your quarterback, man, because everybody, like, he's been one of the most scrutinized players in this league all season. The ups, the downs, but he's continued to show up. Big night tonight, not turning the football over. Just give us a little bit about him.
Honestly, it's inspirational how he continued to keep his composure through everything he's been through.
Yeah.
I remember I asked him about his journey. I don't know when I asked, but it was sometime this season. I asked him how did he go through all of that adversity, you know, and how his mindset was during all those times. And honestly, he didn't flinch, you know, and it shows in his game. If he makes a mistake, he continues to keep that same mindset, and that's what you need in a quarterback and a leader of your team.
In your 2 weeks prepping up for this game, obviously they're a tremendous defense as you guys got ready. Did you have a sense that you'd be able to run the ball against them?
Yeah, definitely. I trust in my O-line. I trust in my wide receivers and tight ends. So I seen all week how people would talk about how good they were, and